What up, guys? Prime Collections here. So, Fun Days just happened last night, and of course, with that came some insane reveals. But also with that came reseller prices, and I just shake my head at some of these. So let's go ahead and examine that. And also, I talked about the drop off of some of these Freddies that were announced. Well, guess what? That drop off is significantly real. Let's look at it, guys. Yesterday was Fun Days in person at San Diego Comic-Con. I was very thankful to Funko Finders over on Instagram for posting a lot of the experiences that they went through. They separated each of the people there into 4 groups, competitions, and a lot of things were shown off over there, and a lot of really cool things were given out to people in person. I kind of felt like I was back in middle school again, where the last person picked for the dodgeball team, as probably a lot of people did. We got our boxes of fun, from the online release, which were very cool this year. I was very blessed to be able to get one of those. But then you see the in-person boxes of fun, and just look at these guys. So the first reveals were the in-person boxes of fun, and I gotta say, like, I was really happy with the Freddies we got, but it didn't compare to these 1,500 piece Lokis, these 2,000 piece players from Squid Games, the glow in the dark red Demogorgon here to 1,600 pieces, or the 500 piece metallic Optimus. That metallic Optimus might be the coolest thing I've seen from Funko in my entire time collecting. The color, the paint job, it is just stellar. And the reveals just kept coming last night, as we saw. It was just one right after the other. They got specific Mike Becker and Brian Mariotti sodas that were limited to 2,000 pieces as well. That was very insane to see. You also had a Freddy Funko San Diego Comic Con figure for people there, limited to 6,800 pieces. Another very awesome figure. Also, the mascots got a 500 piece glow in the dark as well. That was something that was kind of expected, that the mascots might be a little bit of an upgrade, but getting a glow in the dark is actually really cool, because now not only do you get that black light feel, but they just glow in the dark in general. So your mascot is very, very awesome. Then another thing that was revealed that I'm very jealous of is Freddy Funko as Macho Man Randy Savage. That was very cool to see. Most of the people there got one. I was really jealous of that. Then they started to have celebrity guests come out and talk about different things. We got the reveal of the fact that we're going to get a Machete line of pops. We're also going to go ahead and get a Blacklight Fluffy pop from Gabriel Iglesias. That's going to drop Monday. That's very cool. They also were given some Freddies in person. We had a Jabberwockies Blacklight pop that was also given out to people in person there. We had 2 Freddies that were given out that I could see. One being Freddy Summertime, which was limited to 500 pieces. It was a Blacklight Freddy. The other one that I saw was Freddy Showtime, which was also limited to 500 pieces. There was also Atomic Freddy that was shown off, which was 2,000 pieces, which looked very, very cool. And just in general, a lot of the things that were given out there were awesome. I saw some prototypes floating around, some very interesting prototypes floating around for the most part. It was a very interesting experience, to say the least, in terms of stuff that we saw. At the end of the day, it is my goal to go to Fun Days eventually and enjoy in the revelry that is Fun Days. It looked like a very good experience. Yes, you had to pay $150 to go, but in general, it seems like you get some very cool exclusives that no one else gets. It happens once a year, so it's a very exclusive event. You get some very cool prototypes that no one else gets, and in general, it seems like if you're a Funko fan, it is a must on your bucket list. So hopefully next year we'll be able to attend. This year's looked awesome. Thank you once again to Funko Finders, to Spastic Collectibles, to anybody else who posted screens, stills, shots from the event in person. It was very kind of you guys to do so. But yeah, guys, it's kind of the reveals, the takeaways from Fun Days. I'll be interested to see what these figures do on the market in terms of value as time has gone on, as we've started to see the value of other pops to go down. As I stated with a lot of these Freddy Funkos, we've seen a lot of the prices drop. If you go over to Pop Price Guide right now, you will see that the Destro's dropped like 85. Carnage is down almost $400. I mentioned the fact that don't pay these reseller prices. Wait a little bit to get these if you really want them. And right now, you're starting to see that a lot of these Freddies that I thought were going to be in the price range that they were for a little bit have dropped exponentially. So they'll eventually get to a point where they're not going to drop anymore. Freddy Fresh is going as low as 30 bucks. So if you really wanted to complete your Freddy line from this, that one's pretty easy to pick up. I've seen Destro go for 50 bucks. I've seen a lot of the mascots go for pretty cheap. So now's the time to start picking these up if you're looking to get them, because a lot of these prices are just being lowered and lowered to try to sell them as fast as possible. So if you are a person who wants to pick up most of the Freddies for this time of the year, it's probably a good point to start looking. But yeah, guys, that was kind of a takeaway. FunDays was awesome this year. If whether you were in person or they were lucky enough to take home an online box, it was a very good year for the most part. We were very blessed to get a lot of the things we wanted. Some very cool figures. I'm just hoping next year's is just as awesome. And as always, guys, thank you for stopping in. Really appreciate being allowed in this Funko community, and just in general, love meeting the people I've met, love talking to people I talk to about Funkos in general, and I thank you guys very much for that. If you guys would, please like the video and subscribe. If not, totally not a big deal. But I'll catch you guys later.